Alright guys, welcome back to Universal Home Learning. I'm Coach Derek, got Carter here. We're going to do the boys gymnastics team video this week. So, we're going to start like we always do, start with a warm-up. We got to get our heart rate up, we got to get our blood pumping, get our bodies warm and our muscles ready to work. So we're going to start with just running in place, but high knees. I want you to bring your legs all the way up past your waist if you can, just a little bit past. Not way up to your chest, but just a little high enough for about 10 seconds. Go ahead, Carter. Nice, good job. All right, now we're going to do lunge jumps. So remember the lunge, you bring your foot forward. You don't want to bring your back knee all the way to the floor. You don't want to bounce that because that's going to ultimately hurt your knee, especially if you do that hard. So you just want to be into a good lunge, it's deep, and then you're just going to hop and switch legs. So do that, again, about 10 seconds. Go ahead, Carter. Good. Just be careful, watch that back knee. Don't let it hit all the way down. Nicely done. All right, now we're going to do plank tucks. I got to credit Coach Randy for showing me this in one of his videos. So we're going to get into our push-up position, high plank, and we're just going to hop our both feet together, bring them all the way in, and then push them all the way back out. In, out. And do that about 10 seconds. Good job, Carter. Nice. All right, now we're going to go classic. Let's do just some basic jumping jacks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to do burpees. One of my favorite because I like to do Spartan races and things like that. Very similar to the basic action from those plank tucks. But you're going to start standing, come down, push your feet out, push up, your feet in, and jump. And you do that, do 10 burpees. And that'll get your heart rate up. Burpees is a great warm-up exercise because it works a lot of your total body muscle groups. Be careful falling on your knees. You just have to be in control. All right. So that whole rotation, all of those elements, go through that about 3 times. So do 3 sets of that whole sequence. And then your body's going to be ready to go. And then we're just going to come down. We're going to do a quick stretch out. We're going to start in our straddle, legs open. And you don't want to have your legs turned in. You can have them straight or turned out a little bit so your big toe is towards the ceiling. And we're going to go over your left side. And you can either do like I'm doing is both hands over the one leg. The way Carter's doing it is he's going sideways, which is just a deeper stretch on the opposite end. Okay, other side. We're going to go straight down the middle. All right, and see if you can just keep your back straight and reach as far forward as you can. And then we're going to bring our legs together into a pike. Just flex our feet, point our toes, flex our feet, point our toes. This is just going to stretch out the ankles a little bit. And then reach forward and grab for your toes. And if you've got the flexibility, go past. See if you can put your hands flat on the floor and just reach as far as you can. See if you can get your hands past your toes, or past your feet that way, or your chest to your knees. Really deepen that hamstring stretch. All right, now come on up on our hands and knees. We're going to do wrists. So, fingers forward, just rock back and forth a little bit. All right, and now fingers to the outsides and go left and right. And as you rock, you want your shoulders to just go past your fingertips just a little bit to really stretch out that wrist. And then fingers pointing towards your knees. Same thing, front and back rock. And then unders, so where you put the back of your hand all the way to the floor, not your knuckles, all the way down to the back. Yep. And again, rocking forward and back. Just be careful, don't put all of your weight on your wrists because you don't want to hurt them, you just want to stretch them. And shake it out, come on up. We're going to do some arm circles forward, like we're swimming. And backwards. And sides. If you're doing this with your grown-up or with an adult or a friend, Just be careful. Make sure you don't hit them. And bridge. So we're going to lay down on our back and just press up into our bridge. All right, nicely done. Now when you're in your bridge, if you want, you can rock back and forth a little bit just to deepen that stretch in your shoulders and your back. Good job. Come out and then rock and roll. After you do the bridge, just grab your knees and rock back on your back just to relax it and loosen it up a little bit. And again, that whole rotation with the warm-up exercises, do that about 3 times, 3 sets. And then do your stretches, ready to loose and ready to work out. All right. Now that we're warm, let's get into our skills. We're going to review a little bit things that we've done back in past videos, just to make sure that we keep working on them. If you've not been keeping up with it, then go back, rewatch week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, keep going. Just keep practicing all these things we're doing, so that way when we get back into the gym, we are ready to go. We've been practicing, we've been constantly keeping our work up. Let's make sure that we stay focused and stay on point so we can get right back into competition season and be ready to go. So we're going to review our back roll to push up. That's what leads into the back extension, but right now, go ahead and Carter, be on this side, and just go back through. Not bad. Now here, we've got the spring floor, so we're okay. If you're doing this at home, make sure you put a towel, a pillow, couch cushion down so that when their toes come over and land on the floor, that they land on something soft. Because the last thing I want you guys to do is hurt yourself while you're at home to delay your return to the gym. So let's do one more. Don't worry about pressing all the way straight in through to the handstand. We're going to work on that a little bit later. Nice. And as you see where he ends, he's got a nice tight core. His lines are straight. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we're going to review our mushroom circles. Now again, I know not everybody at home has a mushroom or a pommel horse or anything like that, so we're just going to work on the floor because like I said in that video when we first did that, if you can get the mushroom circle on the floor, then when we come back into competition season and you're doing it on a mushroom, you've got that hip elevation, you've got your feet up so that you can get all the way around on a flat floor. Getting around on a mushroom is going to be easy. All right, so let's just come right in front of the mat here a little bit. And just be on the floor because you want to get your hips up. You want to get your legs up. Go ahead and sit in your plank. Step out. Not bad. Carter got almost halfway, but he kept his legs straight. He kept his toes pointed. That's what we really want to work on. The more you practice it, the more you do it, the more complete of a rotation you're gonna finish. But just get as far as you can, keeping that clean form. Don't try to bend your knees to get back all the way to finish the circle, because if you bend your knees, that's what the judge is going to take points off for, because that's breaking your form. And the competition is all about form. So, work that on the floor. If you want to put like a book or something down, just give yourself a little bit of height, you can. But if you can get it on the floor, you're going to be awesome. You're going to be ready to go. And you know, team mushroom is a really hard thing to work on. So keep that practicing going, and you'll be ready. So this week, the starred skill is going to be our back extension into a handstand. So Carter showed you the back roll to push-up, which is the precursor to this. It's just on the back extension, you really want to have your arms straight as you go over, and you want to hit that handstand. So Carter, go ahead and do a back extension. I'm not going to spot you for this one. All right, so as he got over, you saw he pressed up through his shoulders into the floor to give his body elevation before he came over. That's what we want. For the star skills, we're going to do that. If you can hit the vertical handstand, that's going to be 1 star. If you can do that, hitting the vertical going through, and you're keeping your arms straight, you've got good form, your toes are pointed, your legs are together, that's going to be 2 stars. Knees are locked, that's right. If you can get all the way through, but hit that handstand and hold the handstand, don't go over right away. Hold that handstand for 2 seconds with good form, legs locked, legs together, toes pointed, arms straight, head in line, hidden by your shoulders. You can do all the way that and hold that handstand for 2 seconds, that's 3 stars because it's all about control. So Carter, go ahead and go through, and I'm going to stop in the phases. There you go. So, vertical, that's 1 star. His arms are good, his legs are tight, his core, his body's in. Go ahead and come down. That was good form. So now do one more time. And I'm going to stop you in the handstand again. Nice. All right. 1, 2, and then go down. I'm spotting him for this. For the team to get your 3 stars, I don't want to see a spot. I need to see that you are doing that on your own and holding that handstand for 2 seconds. And that'll get your 3 stars this week. All right. Now we've done our skills. Now we got to keep our work ethic going. We want to get our strength and conditioning done. We got to work on our muscle building so that we have the underlying strength to do all these skills that we work on. So we're going to do a little bit of core. We're going to do a little bit of arms. Keep ourselves built up. Keep ourselves ready to work. So let's go lay down with your head towards the blue wall here. And we're going to do some hollow body rocks. So remember, hollow body is where you lift your head and shoulders off the floor and you lift your feet off the floor. Now the hollow body rocks is you just rock in that shape. I'm not going to make Carter do all of them right now. He can do about 10, but when you're doing your conditioning, try to do 25 because you really got to get our strength up. All right, so go ahead and do like 10 hollow body rocks. You see how he's not letting his heels hit the floor, he's not letting his shoulders hit the floor, he's just holding that hollow body and rocking. Nicely done. All right, so again, team, I want you doing 25 of those, all right? Now we're going to do some push-ups. So when you're in your push-ups, you're in that high plank position. Go ahead and get your push-up position. I want you tight all the way through. I don't want your hips up. I don't want you arching your back. I need your arms straight when you're up, and I want your head neutral. Don't let your head drop because that's going to stretch your back a little bit in a bad way, and when you go down, you're going to hit your head on the floor instead of bringing your chest to the floor, so you're not going to get your full push-up. You're not going to get the workout. So get back in and do about 10. But yeah, try to keep your knees up. There you go. So team, I want you doing 25 push-ups. You can do it in sets. You can do like 5, take a beat, do 5 more, take a beat, but I want 25. All right? All right, now we're going to do sit-ups. You should have these on your own. If you don't, if you need to put your toes under a couch, or if you need to have a grown-up hold your feet, that's okay. I'm just going to hold Carter here. Go ahead and cross your arms over your chest, so that way you're adding some weight to your upper body, and do like 10. Nice. And again, team, I want 25 sit-ups. All right, nicely done. Okay, now we're going to do box jumps. We've got a block here, obviously, at the gym. At home, you want to just find something that is got a stable surface that's about knee height. If you've got a strong jump and you're comfortable and confident that you can go higher, I know Carter's got a great jump, but for safety and for the video, I just want him to do something that's about knee height. I want him to do box jumps, which is, like we've talked about before, starting from a standing, open, a little bit open about shoulder width, and just jump up solidly on the block. Don't be right at the edge, because I don't want you to lose your balance or damage whatever you're jumping on. Make sure you get all the way toward the middle of it to get all the way safely on it. And again, Carter's going to do about 10, but for you guys, for your working out, I want you to do 25. Go ahead and do like 10 box jumps. Nice. All right, Carter's really close to the edge, but this is a padded block, and so that's able to take it. If you're doing this on like a chair or something at home, make sure you're all the way toward the middle because you don't want it to be on the edge and you don't want it to tip. But parents, make sure you're there just to keep an eye on them, just in case, just for safety. And now, we're going to introduce something new, and this is going to be the starred conditioning portion. This is called an 8-count bodybuilder. It's very, very similar to the burpee that we did before, just adding a little bit. But there's 8 movements, which is why it's called an 8-count bodybuilder. So, the movements are, starting from standing, 1 is coming down, 2 is kicking your feet back, then you do a push-up, 3, 4, now you open your legs, 5, 6, bring your feet in, 7, and jump, 8. So that's the 8 counts, and that is 1 8-count bodybuilder. Again, I want you to do multiples because this is the starred conditioning skill. So Carter, just do 5 of the 8-count bodybuilders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump. That's 1. Okay. All right, ready? Down, out, push up, open, close, in, jump. All right, down, push up, open, close, in, up. So, for the conditioning stars, that's what we're going to be doing, the 8-count bodybuilders. Team, it's hard work. It's a full body workout, just that one motion. So, if you can do 20, that's 1 star. 20 8-count bodybuilders. You can do 25, that's 2 stars. And if you can do 30, that'll be your 3 stars. All right, let's make it happen. Now let's work on our flexibility. Now that we've done our workout, our bodies are warm, our muscles they've been exercised, they're feeling good. So let's stretch them out now that they're warm. That's the best time to stretch them. So we're going to come down, do our straddle sit. Sit wide, and go over your left side. You want to hold it for about 10-15 seconds. Other side. For the video, we're going to do it a little bit shorter just to get through the video, but I want to make sure you're doing it for a good amount of time. All right, down the middle. Again, try to keep your back straight and deepen that stretch. All right, legs together until pike. We're going to flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and grab toes. And team, you should all be here. If you want to deepen it, grab your toes and lift your heels off the floor. Really pull and get that stretch in your hamstrings. All right? Now we're going to come up, do arm circles. We did a lot with our upper body and our shoulders and our arms with those bodybuilders and burpees and push-ups, the back extensions, so we want to make sure we stretch those out. And backwards. And side to sides. All right, now we're going to stretch our back, go into our bridge. Try to push up. Nice. Keep your heels down. Rock it back and forth if you need to. But eventually we want to try to get our shoulders over our hands. Not bad. But get that back stretch. All right, come on down. Rock and roll. Cool. Now flip over onto your belly and we're going to do a seal stretch. It's also a back stretch, but it also stretches your front, stretches your core. Bring your hips all the way down. Look up to the sky. Straight, locked arms. Really stretches that core that we worked on because the bodybuilders, the burpees, that all works your core a lot, so we want to stretch that out. Nice. Okay. Now flip back onto your back. Now we're going to do our shoulder stretch. So we're going to sit in our pike and stretch our hands behind us. This is going to be our starred flexibility stretch this week. So, if you've got straight legs, straight arms, that's 1 star. Deepen that stretch, lift your feet. Nice. Again, still keep your legs straight. Keep your knees locked, keep your toes pointed. Holding that, that's 2 stars. And to get 3 stars, you want to try to get yourself, your armpits all the way to the floor. Carter's really close. He's not there yet, but if you can get yourself all the way down, that'll be 3 stars. So Carter, go as low as you can. Yeah. Carter's really, really close. I can barely even get my hand underneath his arms. So he's got really good shoulder flexibility. So we want to maintain that and keep developing it. Always work your flexibility because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So make sure you practice and work your flexibility. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the video this week. We are done. Have a great week. Keep sending in your videos. I want to see them. I want to see how you're working, see your progress, make sure you're improving, making sure you're developing. And then we'll see you next time. Carter, say bye.
Bye.
There it is.